Hi lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions with your Divine Twin Flame reading for July 2018. And we're going to have a look at what's going on with the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine for this month. And I'm working with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards first of all. And then I'll get the clarifiers, which will be Healing with the Fairies. Okay, I'm just going to grab these ones. Healing with the Fairies. Oops, hang on. Too many coming out. Oh, wow, that's a message. Breaking free. So let's have a look at what that... If that one comes up again, that'll be interesting. Whoops, to move my angel. Okay, here we are. All right, so what I'm doing is where the Divine Masculine is currently at for July. Where is he currently at within himself? Okay, so there's some anxiety. I'm not doing reversals. There's some anxiety for the Divine Masculine in his mind. There's a lot going on in his mind. We'll have a look at what this is about. Oh, okay. This is about the Divine Masculine having the courage to move into his next chapter. So this is the World, which is about completion and success. But he may be freaking out about leaving behind a past chapter here in his life. And so this man here, the Divine Masculine here, or a masculine energy, has his arms wide open. And he does want to move forward into this new chapter, but he's got a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear holding him back. See, arms wide open, moving forward into the path. Spread your wings, having the courage and confidence to move forward into that path. It's just not happening right now. I do feel like he is moving forward with towards the Divine Feminine, actually. That's what this is about. But there's still something that's holding him back currently right now on his mind. See, the challenging times here. He's finding it a struggle, I feel, to break free from old patterns. There may be a karmic relationship for some of them that they might still be attached with, that they're trying to break free from. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge to be able to embark on this new path towards the Divine Feminine, even though I know he wants to. So he's got a lot of stress. He's staying up late at night, worrying about this stuff, right? He's not able to sleep properly. He does want this rebirth. He has this awakening coming in for him as well. I see that really strongly here, that he is awakening. See the light above the crown chakra there? Even though there are these issues and worries and stress and all those things for him, there's this light shining above, so that clarity will come to him. The awakening is coming to him, that epiphany. I feel like he does know what to do. This particular Divine Masculine knows what he has to do. It's just about embracing his new chapter and moving past the fear. He needs to have this light-hearted energy around him right now, which is laughter. He needs to be able to see the funny side to a situation and not take life so seriously, because he has become really caught up in all of the chaos and the drama. It's not just his drama. There's a lot of stuff, like the karmic stuff, as I was saying, that's keeping him tied down. And he's lost this part of himself. You know, this is what he's striving to get back to, is this shedding the old skin and being able to get to this point where he can just have that burden taken off him and come into this light-hearted, carefree, nature that he's normally, that's who he normally is. But he's lost sight of that for a while now. There's been a lot of stress for him. So where is the Divine Feminine currently at right now? Within herself. She's currently opening up to this journey to her twin flame. She's nurturing herself. She's blossoming and growing within herself. There's self-love being given to her here. She's really taking care of herself, her physical appearance, her emotional side of things here, her physical life. Like, I feel like this divine feminine has really put ground roots down. Like, she has planted seeds, basically, in her life to allow things to grow and blossom beautifully in her life. This could be her financial status. This could be her home life. This could be family around her as well. It could be study for some divine feminines, but they're really starting to open up in their lives now. They're starting to have this positive energy around them. And trust, I get the word trust. They're starting to really trust. They're working hard on themselves. The divine feminines have been struggling in the past, but they know that this energy has to be diverted to themselves. They have to heal themselves. There'll be meditation for some of them. They'll be moving into friendship circles that are really positive. There'll be, as I said before, there might be study. Working really hard to get to that point of security and feeling really good within themselves. And some of them will actually physically go out and get their hair done, buy some new clothing, jewelry. They're adorning themselves with these beautiful things so that they feel better about themselves as well. So it's not just the physical, but it's the mind, body, spirit. The divine feminine is working really hard to try and align those energies within herself. Because she's been struggling in the past, she could have gone downhill, and started to stress out about everything that's going on with the divine masculine. There could have been mental conflict for her, but she's chosen, this particular divine feminine has chosen to not buy into that drama. She doesn't want to be sucked into that again, where she's going downhill and going into depression and feeling the pain even from the divine masculine and from this connection. It's like she's really tried to be strong and remove herself from that drama, from the past karmic stuff, from the hurt. It's like she's cut off from that now. She's focusing on herself and only herself. And that's where she's moving into this beautiful energy, this divine goddess, moving into that really strong, beautiful energy where she has forgiveness in her heart. She's got compassion. She's growing abundantly in her life. It's just beautiful. See, she's raising her standards. So the divine feminines have really come to a point of realization that this mental conflict and analyzing and dwelling on stuff is not working for them. If anything, it lowers their standards. It makes them feel vulnerable and insecure and have anxiety. And they don't want that now. This divine feminine is really focusing on her strength and her empowerment and being able to move forward really strong. Now, how does the divine masculine see the divine feminine right now? How is he viewing her? Oh my gosh, I think I saw this last time. This is really interesting because one of these messages came up in the last reading. So he sees her as a ray of sunshine. He sees that she's positive and that she's growing and she's expanding herself, like her life. He's seeing that there's new beginnings for her and that she's really moving up in the world. And he's loving this energy, this light that she's pouring out from her heart center too. He sees that she's moving forward in her life. I think I just said that. This is a chariot, being strong, having control of her own life, having control of her own emotions. She's not allowing anything to get her down. She's being strong in her own power. That's how he sees her. And this would be the twin flame card here, Temperance. He sees that she is his twin flame. He knows that she's his twin flame, that she has a very special connection. If he doesn't put the label twin flame onto it, he definitely knows there's a strong connection there. He knows it's either a soulmate connection or there's some amazing, unexplainable energy that's between them and the connection between them. And there's balance in her life and that she has a balance of the divine feminine and a masculine energy within her as well. Like she's balanced in herself. And so he's really drawn to this. That's why I feel like he wants to move out from that past chapter. He's really got this enthusiasm to move out of his anxiety and stuff that he's currently in right now. See, there's a self-control again. She's strong. He sees that she's a strong, empowered, divine feminine. Moving forward, she knows what she wants. And she has her heart filled with joy and filled with love and compassion, but she's also not weak. You know, don't mistake her kindness for weakness, because she's actually a strong divine feminine. She's been through hell and back, this one. And so he knows and he sees that she has become very strong in herself. She has picked herself up. Kindness. Don't mistake her kindness for weakness. That's what I was just saying. So this is what it is. He sees that she's this beautiful, kind, caring, loving, lovable, divine feminine, but she's also got this strength within her. Don't mess with her, because she's become really into her own power now. And he loves this because he sees that she's healing herself along the way as well. She has healed herself. There's still some healing to do, but she's very much on her way. And if you aren't in contact, he's feeling this energy with the divine feminine. He's picking up on all of this stuff with her. He might even be seeing it, you know, on social media or whatever it might be, but he is viewing her in this way. He can feel it, he can see it, that she is really excelling in her life. So how does the divine feminine view the divine masculine? Okay, she sees that he is feeling quite alone, that he might be suffering on his journey right now, that he's trapped. He feels stuck. He feels left out in the cold. There's something that is going on in his life where he is just unable to, for whatever reason, get out of this rut that he's in. And it could be on the physical level too. It may also, what I'm saying with that is it could be material, you know, the materialistic side of things, like financially, he may actually be stuck. There might be issues around his home. There might be location and distance issues here as well, if there's a divine masculine that's far away from the divine feminine. But she feels on an emotional level too that he is on his own. He feels alone. And there's a new energy coming in. So even though there's this happening, there's this feeling of being alone, feeling stuck, suffering, etc., there is this new pathway opening up for him where he can grasp onto courage. Like, there's not the end of the world. Like, he can and does have opportunities and doors opening for him. So the divine feminine is sending him healing. She is sending him love. And she wants him to embrace this new pathway that's available to him and that's coming to him. Because there's well-deserved rewards coming for the divine masculine. He just needs to be able to look in the right direction. Some divine masculines are feeling that they are just stuck in the one way, you know, they can only see one way out. And it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be necessarily that pathway. There's other pathways that he needs to be able to open his eyes up to here. So there is a well-deserved reward. She sees that if he does the work and jumps on this, right? Jumps into this new pathway of this new energy, new inspiration, new courage, etc., that there's well-deserved rewards coming his way and with her. But he's got to stop going around in his mind and have his emotions all over the place. He's got to have balance. He's got to make a decision. He's got to make a decision to move out of this rut that he's in. And she's waiting. Some of them are waiting patiently and just focusing on themselves, and some are not so patient, but they know that this is a journey for the divine masculine and that he just needs to take the path, the door that's open for him. Because, and I feel like he will, I feel like this particular divine masculine really wants to move forward. He's just waiting for this opening and this opportunity. But some of them might be overwhelmed by all the decisions and everything available to them. They might only see one way out, or they might have too many options and too many decisions to make. They just become overwhelmed and don't move, don't make a decision, don't get out of that rut they're in. And she also sees that, you know, this connection with him, the sacred sexuality, is that on the astral plane, if they're not in connection with each other right now physically, that there is a strong component to their relationship, their connection here, their partnership. And it's on an intuitive level as well. So she's feeling that he is, I don't know why I'm getting that actually. It feels like there might be a karmic connection for some of these divine masculines that they need to get out of. And she's also seeing that he's not extremely happy with himself in his physical world with his karmic, you know, there's no real depth to their sexuality. He's also feeling, though she sees, I should say, she's feeling that he needs to confront his own issues regarding the physical connection here with her. Now, this is for divine feminines who have had a connection physically with their divine masculine. She sees that he has still got some things to overcome regarding sexuality. So that might be some of his views on sexuality. It may be that they had a physical connection, but something just wasn't, you know, what am I saying? It just wasn't panning out the way it was meant to. All these other things got in the way. So he needs to confront himself. He needs to be able to look past the illusion of what's going on in his life, even with the karmic, if that's for a lot of the divine masculines out there who have a karmic. He needs to be able to see past the illusion and not be stuck in this. He doesn't have to be trapped in something that is not serving him anymore. And so there may be some hidden things within himself that he still needs to face, right? And she needs him to face the truth about his sexuality and you know, if he's in a soulmate or karmic relationship, then he needs to be able to work out, is he going to stick with this or is he going to move out of this towards the divine feminine? She wants him to make a choice. Now, let's have a look at what the divine masculine wants you to know. So what does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know right now? He wants the divine feminine to find balance in her life, which a lot of them are already finding balance in their lives. He wants her to not focus on the past hurt, you know, that he may have caused her. He wants her to change her focus and to look forward into the future, finding that balance, and yeah, moving forward into the future, not holding back, focusing on love, focusing on their union together, their connection. He really wants her to keep focused on that and to not let anything else come in the way that's going to rock this balance here. He wants to communicate with the divine feminine. He wants to come forward and make a commitment with the divine feminine. He wants to reach out and communicate. And I get an apology for a lot of divine masculines. They want to come forward and apologize to the divine feminine for what they weren't able to do, what they weren't able to come forward with and say last time. They want to rebuild this with the divine feminine. They want a new pathway, see? So they want her to know this. They want her to know that no matter what tower moment he's having, he wants to rebuild this and make it strong again, but he also wants her to be strong in herself whilst he's on his way, coming towards her. He wants her to be able to make friends and have strong circles of support around her as well. And there it is, that breaking free card that we saw before in the very beginning. He wants her to break free from, this is the past stuff, the past hurt. He wants her to break free from that past hurt and be free in herself. And you know, where we saw where the divine feminine was at, a lot of them are feeling a lot, you know, that free energy within themselves and being strong and independent and focusing on themselves. And that's what he's loving about this. He wants to be able to take the lead, come into that emperor role and make plans to come towards her. He is actually making plans. It's just trying to find that clarity within himself through the anxiety at the moment. What does the divine feminine want the divine masculine to know right now? She wants him to open up his heart to share his love. She doesn't want him to hold back. She wants him to, even if it is a broken heart here, to give it out to not just her, but she wants him to open his heart to all experiences in his life. She wants him to have that compassion and forgiveness and love of self for himself, you know. She wants him to manifest this. Hold this love in his heart and share it. And bring it to reality, like bring it out into the physical, not just hold it within. She wants him to go through that transformation. It could be that dark night of the soul phase that he needs to go through to find peace within himself, to detach from the dramas of his life and to keep focusing on that love. She wants him to heal. She wants him to heal himself within and all that anxiety that he has within his mind currently. and all that, darkness that he might be going through, because she can see that he can get out of it. She sees that if only he will embrace the love and share the love and open his heart to healing, that clarity will come to him. And he will be able to learn his lessons along the way as to why all those things happened for him. If he goes through the healing journey, he can then learn the lessons along the way. And he can also then make a commitment, proper commitment to himself, his healing journey, to his divine feminine and the new path. And rise above problems. Because at the moment he's stuck in those problems. He's going around and around in his mind about it all. But she just wants him to tune into his heart chakra, his own healing, trust in the processes, of healing and moving forward. Because a lot of the divine masculines are fearful to detach from the old. They're scared of going through the transformation because when they go through transformation, there's loss. And it's not just their own loss, but there's loss of other people as well. Like if it's a karmic he's saying goodbye to, then he feels responsible for causing someone else pain as well. So he's got to be able to just look above that. She wants him to come to that awakening within himself where he can learn the lessons involved and move forward into healing and rise above the problems, rise above it all, detach from it, and embrace and manifest this beautiful love. So what is the challenge for the divine masculine currently? What is his challenge? His challenge is to trust in the process. I think we were just saying that. He's finding it really hard to trust, right? And he needs to get out in nature. So his natural role as a masculine is to protect and to lead. But he's not trusting in that at the moment. He's self-protective at the moment. He's not protective of the divine feminine, although in some cases he could be, because he doesn't want to bring in all that crappy energy, the negativity from his past. He doesn't really want to bring that into the divine feminine's life or her path, because it may have been brought in beforehand. But he's got to be able to trust that, his nature, the natural part of himself needs to be able to trust, needs to be able to move forward and embrace not only the divine feminine and this new pathway, but his own self-reliance, his independence here. He's got to be able to trust in himself that he can do it, that he can move forward, that he can trust his intuition, because he second doubts himself, second guesses himself. And to stand his ground, he's got to be able to trust that he can be strong enough to move forward, trust in himself that he has the ability to make this work. Okay? And the divine feminine's challenge is to take the lead. See, she's trying to be really strong in her life, which she is being strong. A lot of them are working on their own independence and their strength, etc., and their empowerment. But they're also finding it hard to come into trust of their own, with the divine masculine coming in with this emperor role, okay? That he's able to take the lead, and really she's got to put trust in him. She's finding it a little bit hard to see right now that he's going to come into this role for her, that he's going to do the right thing. This is what I'm hearing, do the right thing, is that he needs to be able to let go of the past, go into his healing and go into this really strong emperor energy, and that she's, not able to see this right now. She's keeping the faith. So she might not necessarily see this happening with the divine masculine, and might find this a challenge to actually be able to visualize him coming into this role. But she is also keeping her hopes and faith really strong here. So that's a really good thing. Can be a bit of a challenge at times for her to remain really strong in this, and to be able to have confidence, I feel, in his ability to move forward on his own. Because a lot of the divine feminines may have felt that they need to reach out to the divine masculine and try and teach him, so to speak, you know, how to be in their connection, but he's not able to listen. He wasn't at the place at the time to be able to really understand it. And so a lot of divine feminines are feeling that they're losing their power in this situation with the divine connection. And listening to their higher intuition, that might be something that's a challenge for some divine feminines right now. And being honest with themselves, seeing past the illusion, okay? Some might feel it on a very strong energetic level that he is coming into her life very soon, because he has been giving out that energy that he is determined and he is gaining that courage to make those moves, right? She's picking up on that. But when she's not seeing it in the physical, she starts to doubt the actual journey and their connection, and if he really is going to come into that emperor role and come to be with her. So then what we've got now is, what action is the divine masculine actually going to take this month? What action? Well, this is third eye chakra, visualizing the, you know, that the grounded energy here, that new path, that strong foundation. He's going to visualize this new pathway with the divine feminine and strengthening the bond with her. So this is what's on his mind as well. It's also what he sees in his mind, as I'm saying. The rest and can reconsider is that he's going to feel like giving up, because it's going to be too hard. You know, a lot of the time he's going to be feeling like on his journey that, yes, he's very strong. He sees this in his mind very strongly, what he wants with the divine feminine. But a lot of them are going to be feeling like they want to give up. But once again, the strength, right, strengthening bond is going to override this feeling of wanting to give up, because this is such a strong thing that he wants in his life with the divine feminine. So he is going to keep at it. He's going to hang in there, and he's going to pick himself back up. And he's going to detoxify his mind, body, spirit. So he is actually, this divine masculine is really strong. Like, they're very serious about this commitment to doing this for themselves and for the connection. So in times of darkness, I feel that he really is thinking and seeing the divine feminine. He's thinking about her and this pathway, and is visualizing this new pathway with her. But, you know, because of the challenges that come up, he feels like giving up on it because it just seems so far away. But he is in the middle of detoxifying his life, which is really good. So what action is the divine feminine going to take? Okay, let me have a look at this. This is a self-limiting belief, but there's options to get out of this, right? I just want to see what this is saying regarding her. So yes, she's quite strong at the moment within herself. She's focusing on herself. But when it comes to the journey with the divine masculine, she might see that, okay, she's keeping her eyes and focus on this beautiful golden light here, which is their connection. But at the same time, it's so far away. And because, as I said before, she's not seeing the physical results just yet, or changes even, she's feeling helpless and hopeless, doesn't know which pathway to go down to come towards her divine masculine. So there's an opportunity that might beckon for her, but she's just got to be able to open her eyes to see that, okay? Emotionally, she might be feeling disappointed in this, that it's not happening fast enough. And yet, wishing upon a star, there's a room for healing here as well. So there's still some healing that the divine feminine needs to be able to do towards her divine masculine. So yes, she might be feeling very strong and working on herself and her self-love and putting focus on herself, but as soon as she puts focus on this connection, she starts to lose faith. And she still wants to seek the truth of what is going to happen and what, you know, is he still shining his light for her? The flame, you know, the twin flame. Is he still shining that flame for her? Is it still burning brightly for her? That's what she's wondering, and she's trying to seek the truth of the whole thing, of the whole connection even. Some of them might even doubt the connection altogether. But this is that nostalgic feeling, looking back at the happier times together, and that's what she grasps onto. That's what she's going to grasp onto, is that feeling and rejoicing in the happier memories with her romantic partner, and the abundance coming in as well with this. So she's going to take some time out to meditate, and that's where I feel that she really connects with him as well, through meditation. Yep, into her higher consciousness. Through her higher consciousness, there's a new opportunity, right? To focus on that grounding energy. She wants to ground it in the physical, so that they can come into balance together. So that's what she's going to do. I feel like she's really trying to draw it in through meditation and visualizations here. And trying to overcome that feeling of being helpless and hopeless in this. So it's like she's going to override that feeling with her intuition, going into the astral or dream state or telepathic state with him, and really draw in this into the physical. I feel like she's really... A lot of divine feminines know exactly the techniques to use to be able to bring this into balance. Okay, between as I said, the spiritual plane and the physical plane. And as soon as it starts to become really emotional, like they don't want to bring themselves into that real stuck feeling and going down into that dark night of the soul phase, you know, it's like that real depression and darkness. They just don't want to go there. So they're really trying to be strong and focus on themselves and gain their own power and energy through this. But as soon as they do start to feel, as soon as they start to dwell on the fact that he's not coming forward in the physical too fast, you know, or that they're not seeing the changes there, that's when they may start to feel this helpless and hopeless energy coming through. But as I said, there's also healing for the divine feminine, and she's willing, she's opening her arms up to that, and she still wants to seek the truth of what's going on. She's still very curious as to what's going on with the divine masculine on his journey. She's got faith. So let's have a look at what is the outcome for both of the divine masculine and divine feminine, I should say, for July. And one more. Now this is looking good. So we got believe and succeed, which is victory. Victory in moving forward, okay? Into the coming together, falling in love, being together. This is beautiful. This is like the union too. Coming together, this falling in love and having this, this beautiful self-love here, as well as that heart light here. I see bringing the light down into the earth. That's what I see as their mission together. And it's this new direction, right? This is the Wheel of Fortune moving into a new direction here, which is just fantastic. Wow. So it's definitely on its way. This connection is coming together, right? It's coming together. Because that love is so strong between them. And it's moving into this energy also where they're both looking within. They're both now detaching from the drama around them in their lives. They're both doing that actually in different ways, but they're doing it. Dreams coming true. That is amazing. So for July, it's showing these things are moving forward into union. It definitely is coming. Dreams are coming true. So what I want to do now is pick a special message for both divine masculine and divine feminine. And these are the Rumi cards. So I'm just going to choose one out of the deck. That one wants to come out. And it says, Celestial Rose of Ma. All right, I'm going to read this out to you guys. Celestial Rose of Ma. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that as a reflection. So the taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. Love transforms thistles into jasmine. Love layers heaven and gifts us with wings to soar into its mystery. Love transforms our every thought into a desire of the heart. O love, how divine is your luring, Beauty flows from your unseen face. Your very nature is radiant with joy. You manifest vibrant hues in every flower. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted toward you, longing to unite and dwell in you. So it says, the Divine Mother offers me her rose. How rich that gift may be. I tear my flesh on its thorns and my blood flows. I curse myself for carelessness, and yet, in my desire to grasp this gift, it happens again and again. Then I realize such is its scent, its beauty. How can I be tentative in my approach? My senses are drenched in beauty, and I long to inhale the exquisite perfume, to reach for the velvet dew of the petals, soft and delicate under my touch. Perhaps I will be scraped and I will bleed, yet that is not enough to deter me, to prevent me from accepting this gift. The magnificence of the bloom renders the struggle to enjoy it as a worthy, noble, essential pursuit. Of course I understand something so precious must be protected. It must be allowed to live, more than this, to thrive. So those thorns are hooks that allow for growth, for those that would bear the pain of the ascent to the rose's blooming heart. And those thorns are barbs that keep away those that would consume the creation without appreciating its worth and beauty. Yes, those thorns serve essential purpose. I cannot begrudge them, for I love the rose, and so I love what is necessary for her to be, so I love the thorns too. Wow, that is amazing. So it's basically saying, whatever your thorns are or have been, be willing to deal with them, to face them, and most importantly, to release them without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination, beloved. They have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The celestial rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you are holding on to. So release to receive now. Can you sense the dew-soft petals and luscious fragrance opening to you now? So your sacred honoring ritual is to place your hands in an open-palmed, upward-facing posture at the front of your chest, as if open and ready to receive. And say the following: Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide the spiritual gift of the Divine Mother, the blessing of the celestial rose of Ma, into my open hands and open heart, that I may know myself to be a cherished, holy child of the universe, with my life unfolding according to sublime grace. Help me surrender whatever stands in the way of such fulfillment now. May I be blessed to release pain and be open to joy. Through merciful compassion, so be it. Close your hands in prayer at your heart and bow your head. You have finished your sacred honoring ritual. So that is absolutely beautiful, that is. That is a very special message, that in love there is pain. But to be able to see that it's all beautiful, you know, it teaches us so much about ourselves. It's a delicate flower. Like the love of the twin flames is like this delicate flower. You're going to get hurt, but you are also protected. You know, it's protecting this love as well. So your thorn may be the love you need to let go of now, so you are open to your present rather than your haunted past. This could be the karmic relationships as well. The thorns could be the karmics. So it could also be fear, that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear and leave you alone. So some of you might be afraid to shine your beauty out there, in case you're rejected. So your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life, that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living it as presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, representative of your suffering over a long, long time, letting it go, allowing the heart to heal. This with a sense of virginal purity to emanate from the heart, realizing that even great suffering has not tarnished its radiance, but only allowed it to grow strong. Wow, that is amazing, because in twin flame connections there is a lot of pain, And I just find this fascinating. If you wanted to go over it and hear it again, that's fine, because it is quite a mouthful there. But I just find this such an amazing reading for this month. It really is showing that through the pain, there is growth and there is a movement forward. There is progress being made, okay? So I really hope that's helped you this month, and I look forward to connecting with you all next time. Love and blessings.